Hey guys, so about to do this special right triangles review. Just want to let you know, Drama in the Elward household. I bought 18-pack of mason jars, and these fools, I don't know where they're going, but I can't find them. So, as you know, I'm a genius, so I bought these covers so I could find my own and mark my territory. Alright, so, here we go. This is a 45, 45, 90 triangle. So the rules are that the leg is the same as the leg, and then the hypotenuse is the leg times root 2. So these two are the same. So x is 13, and then y is 13 root 2. So these are the same, and then this is always the leg times root 2. So for number 2, x and y are going to be the same value, but 30 equals x times root 2. So this time you have to go backwards and divide by root 2. So that's as gross as these problems get. You just have to do 30 divided by root 2. And then you have to rationalize the denominator. So you have to multiply the top and bottom by root 2. And then you multiply a root of its same value, it goes away, and then you get 30 root 2 over 2, which simplifies to 15 root 2. So both of these are 15 root 2. Okay, for the 30, 60, 90 triangle, the rule is that the hypotenuse is, so this is the short leg. Everything's kind of really based on the short leg. So the hypotenuse is the short leg, double the short leg, and then the long leg is the short leg times root 3. So y is 3 root 3 because the short leg is 3, and so this is the short leg times root 3. And then this is double the short leg, so this is 6. Okay, so then working backwards, now this time you have the hypotenuse. So you have to work backwards first to find your short leg. So since this is double the short leg, then this is going to be 17. And then your long leg is the short leg times root 3. So 17 root 3. Okay, and then this one, they give you the hypotenuse. Remember, the hypotenuse for the 45, 45 is the leg times root 2. So if your hypotenuse is 10 root 2, then your legs are just both 10. Okay, and then here you get the long leg, which it says it's 25 root 3. Now, since the short leg or the long leg is the short leg times root 3, then the short leg is just 25. And then the hypotenuse is double the short leg, so 50. Okay, so these are ones where you have to work backwards and kind of divide. So remember, for 45, 45, 90, the hypotenuse is the leg times root 2. So 2 root 14 equals the leg times root 2. You can use x or y, it doesn't matter, because they're the same. They're going to have the same length. So then you divide both sides by root 2. And then remember, roots divide each other. So then this simplifies to 2 root 7. Because those reduce to root 7. 14 over 2 is 7. Right, you can divide roots with roots and numbers with numbers, but you can't only like terms, right? So then this is 2 root 7, and so is this. Okay, so this is another one that's not so attractive, because the long leg is the short leg times root 3. So 24 equals the short leg, which is y, times root 3. So this one you do have to divide by root 3. So then y is 24 divided by root 3. And then you have to rationalize. So then you have to multiply by root 3 over root 3. and then this becomes 3 on the denominator, because when you multiply a root by its same root, it undoes it, and the top becomes 24 root 3. And like I said, you can divide numbers by numbers, so then that simplifies to 8 root 3. So y is 8 root 3, and then the hypotenuse is double that, so that's 16 root 3. Okay, so for number 9, this is the hypotenuse, so the short leg is half the hypotenuse, right? Because the hypotenuse is double the short leg. So then if it's 22 root 3, your short leg is 11 root 3, half that. And then your long leg is equal to your short leg times root 3. And then these those undo each other, so it becomes 11 times 3, so y is 33. Okay, so for this one, right, your hypotenuse this is the short leg, because it's across, right, from the 30. So this is, so double that would be 2 root 6, so that would be your hypotenuse. And then your long leg is your short leg times root 3. So then that's root 18. And then you just have to simplify that, because that's root 9 times root 2. So this is 3 root 2. And then for this one, right away, since you were given a leg, you have the other leg, because they're the same. So your other leg is root 10. And then your hypotenuse is equal to your leg times root 2, right, which is root 20. And then you have to simplify that, because that's 4 times 5, so it's 2 root 5. Okay, so for number 12, again, you're given the long leg, so those are the harder problems. So it's 4 root 21 equals the short leg times root 3. So you divide both sides by root 3. And then, remember, you can divide roots with each other. So then that means that x's, those cancel, and then that becomes root 7. So x equals 4 root 7. And then your hypotenuse is just double that. So 8 root 7. Okay, so here we have combinations of both 30, 60, 90 and 45, 45, 90. So this is 30 degrees, so that means this is the short leg. So then that means this x is the short leg times root 3, and this is double that. And then these are both the legs, so this will also be 34. And then this is the hypotenuse of the 45, 45, 90, so then this is 34 root 2. So x is 17 root 3, y is 34 root 2, and z is 34. Okay. This one, this is 30, 60, 90 here, and this is the long leg, so 27 equals, let's call this h, h root 3, and so then we need to solve for that. So then divide both sides by root 3, and then you need to rationalize it. So that's 27 root 3 over 3, which is 9 root 3. And then your hypotenuse will be double that, so then this will be 18 root 3. And then this itself is one bigger 30, 60, 90. So and then this time, this x is the hypotenuse of this one. Let me just there's this one, this smaller 30, 60, 90, and then there's this larger one. So the x is the hypotenuse of the pink triangle, but the long leg of the green one. So remember, if this is the long leg of the green one, then the long leg is the short leg times root 3. Then the short leg of the green one, which is y, will be 18. And then this whole line is this hypotenuse of the green one, and that will be double that. So that's 36, and then you just subtract to find z, right, which would be 9. So z is 9, y is 18, and x is 18 root 3. Okay, so for 15, again, you have more of your doubles. So this is the leg of 45, 45, 90. So x, the other leg, will also have that 14 root 2. And then this side here will be 14 root 2 times root 2, since it's the hypotenuse. And then those just become 2. So this becomes 28. And then this is the hypotenuse also of the 30, 60, 90 here. So then that's, the short leg is half that, so it's 14, and the long leg is the short leg times root 3. So x is 14 root 2, y is 14, and z is 14 root 3. Okay, so this one they give you the hypotenuse of the 30, 60, 90, so you work backwards to find your short leg first. So 16 root 3, your short leg will be half that, so 8 root 3. And then your long leg will of the 30, 60, 90 will be the short leg times root 3. So it'll be 8 root 3 times root 3, which is just 8 times 3, which is 24. And then remember, this is also the hypotenuse of this triangle, the 45, 45, 90. So 24 equals the leg times root 2. So then you need to divide by root 2. And then rationalize it. Let me write that here. So rationalize it by multiplying by root 2 over root 2. So that becomes 24 root 2 over 2, which is 12 root 2. And then z will have the same value. Okay, and then this one, this is the leg of 45, 45, so this will also be 39. Z will be 39 root 2. And then this is the 45, or 30, 60, 90. So this, the long leg is the short leg times root 3. So 39 equals the short leg y times root 3. So you divide both sides by root 3. And then you rationalize it. So it's 39 over root 3 times root 3. And that's 39 root 3 over 3, which is 13 root 3. So y is 13 root 3, and then your hypotenuse is just double that. Oops. So this is 13 root 3, so 26 root 3. Okay, so here you're given the hypotenuse of a 45, 45. So the hypotenuse equals 20 equals the leg times root 2. Divide both sides by root 2. Rationalize it. So you get 20 root 2 over 2. So z equals 10 root 2. And so does this. Okay, and then 10 root 2 equals the short leg times root 3. So divide both sides by root 3 and rationalize it. And then you get 10 root 6 over 3. And unfortunately, it does not simplify, so it's just that gross answer. And then the hypotenuse here is just double that, so it's 20 root 6 over 3. Okay, 19, a little nicer. This is the leg, and the long leg, and the long leg is the short leg times root 3. So the short leg will just be 6. And then this will be 12, and then that will be 12, and the hypotenuse is 12 root 2. Luckily, no gross dividing there. Okay, so this is 10 root 6, and this is the hypotenuse of a 45, 45, 90. So 10 root 6 equals the leg times root 2. So divide both sides by root 2, and you get 10 root 3. And then this is 10 root 3. And that's the short leg, so the long leg is double that. And then the y is equal to 10 root 3, the short leg times root 3. So then that will just be 30. Okay, so it says find the perimeter of the triangle. If this is 60 and 60, then this other angle has to be 60. So that means an equilateral triangle. So that means this is 30 and 30. And then if basically it's equilateral, so we just need to find one of these sides, so maybe the hypotenuse here, and then you can find the perimeter by multiplying by 3. So this is the long leg, so we'll label this x, so 4 root 15 equals x root 3. So 4 root 15 divided by root 3 is x, so that's 4 root 5. And then, so then the whole side will be 8 root 5. And then the perimeter would be 3 of those, so 24 root 5. Find the perimeter of the square. Well, this is 28, so these are 45, 45, 90s. So then 28, if you call that x, 28 is x root 2. So 28 over root 2 is equal to x. And then you rationalize it. And then that becomes 28 root 2 over 2, which is 14 root 2. And that's just one side, so then the perimeter is 4 times that. So then the perimeter is 56 root 2. Okay, so then last two problems. Steel loading ramps are used to load a lawnmower onto a truck bed 36.5 inches above the ground. If the ramp makes a 30-degree angle with the ground, find the length of the ramp in feet. So this is 37.5. this is 30 degrees, and then this is the ramp that we're trying to find. So then the ramp is just going to be, since this is the short leg, it'll just be double. So the ramp, it'll equal 37.5 times 2, which is 75 feet. Okay, so the infield of a baseball field is a square with sides measuring 90 feet. A ball thrown from third to first base is caught in 1.2 seconds. Find the speed of the ball in feet per second. Round to the nearest tenth. Okay, so here's your baseball diamond. Okay, here's like the little pitching mound. Here's home plate. Then here's first base. And there's second base. And third base. And they said that the sides measure 90 feet. And it says a ball thrown from third to first, so here, is caught in 1.2 seconds. So distance equals rate times time. So they want you to find the speed of the ball. So they say the time is 1.2. Now we need to find the distance. So this is a 45, 90. So the distance will be 90 root 2. So distance is 90 root 2. And then you divide both sides by 1.2. So you're going to have to use your calculator on this one first time. So you do 90 root 2 is 1, so the distance is 127.279 equals 1.2 r, and then you divide both sides by 1.2, and then you get the rate is 106.06, so feet per second. Round to the nearest tenth would be 106.1, but that's good enough. Alright, thanks for watching.